I am Umar Farooq Mehboob Pasha Ali, lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department from the Brahmadev Dada Mani Polytechnic, Melati, Solapur. So, this is grateful for the students. We are learning from this session arranged by Brahmadev Dada Mani Polytechnic, Melati, Solapur. This session is undergoes the electrical and electronics measurement under the program of electrical engineering with the semester of 3rd. So today we are discussing about the first unit, that is fundamental of measurement. It has weightage of 10 marks. Before this start this session, we introduce about the bits we are today discussing. First bit is that the introduction of measurement. There is the definition. Okay. After that, classification of unit. After that, classification of instrument. After that, classification of standard. And after that, the difference between the analog system and digital system. The next point is type of error, and last one is a calibration. These all points we are today discussing. Now the first point is that the introduction of measurement. The measurement is nothing but what any physical parameter is converted into meaningful number. The example: speedometer, ammeter, voltmeter. If we are taking a speedometer example, actually we are awareness the all vehicles. If you are taking two-wheeler vehicle, in that when a wheel is rotated some speed, then the speedometer shows the speed of vehicle. That means the vehicle is rotated is nothing but the physical parameter, and the speedometer shows the reading of a speed, that's called as a meaningful number. So this is a measurement system. Now we are discussing about the classification of unit. There are the three basic classification of unit. One is a CGS, that is centimeter, gram, second MKS, meter, kilogram, second SI, international system. The international system unit further divided into three classes. First, base unit. Second, supplementary unit. Third, derived unit. The base unit is nothing but the including the length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, and etc. The length is measured in meter and it is denoted by small m. Mass is measured in kilogram, denoted by small kg. Time is measured in second, denoted by small s. Electric current is measured in ampere and it is denoted by capital A. This is the base unit of the SI unit. Second, supplementary unit. The plane angle and the solid angle, they are the two angles undergoes the supplementary unit, because the plane angle is measured in a radian and denoted by small rad. After that, solid angle. Solid angle is measured in steradian and denoted by small sr. These two angles is undergoes to supplementary unit. Next is derived unit. Derived unit, there is the lot of units undergoes area, volume, frequency, density, velocity, angular velocity, acceleration, angular acceleration, force, pressure, kinetic energy, work, energy, power, and etc. The area is measured in square meter and it is denoted by m square. Volume is measured in cubic meter, that is it is measured is value and it is denoted by m cube. Frequency is measured in hertz, it is denoted by capital H small z. Velocity is measured in meter per second, denoted by m oblique s, and etc. These three class are undergoes to the SI unit. Now we are discussing about the classification of instrument. There are four categories. First is indicating instrument, second recording instrument, third integrating instrument, and last absolute instrument. Now we are discussing one by one. Indicating instrument. The indicating instrument indicates the magnitude of quantity to be measured. Example: voltmeter, ammeter, and wattmeter. Next, recording instrument. Recording instrument is nothing but the process which has record the value in continuous form. That is, if you taking an example, control panel in a substation is the best example, because in control panel there are a lot of measuring device which measures the value such as frequency, voltage, current, power, input values, output values. These will be the storable in this device. Next, integrating instrument. Integrating instrument is nothing but the event over a period of time. It means that there is something a period we are taking the values. For best example of integrating instrument is that energy meter, because everyone know the meter reading of energy that will be the taking in a one per month. Every month there is a taking a reading and there will be the produce your energy reading and the bill. Next, absolute instrument. Absolute instrument is nothing but it involves the measurement of physical quantity can be measured in practically. The best example of absolute instrument is the galvanometer, because if we are taking a galvanometer, copper wire and magnet, and copper wire will be connected to the galvanometer, then the taking a magnet north pole is enter in a coil, there will be the deflection in a galvanometer. Whatever the deflection is occurred in a galvanometer, that will be the practically, and whatever the magnet is insert in a magnetic core, that will be the physical quantity. So the north pole is enter in a magnetic coil or copper wire, then the deflection is occurred in a galvanometer. The pointer will move to the right side of galvanometer. After that we are changing the pole direction. The south pole is going in a coil, then the deflection of pointer deflect on a left side. This is the base example of galvanometer. Now we are discussing about the standard. There are four standards as per below. First, international standard. Second, primary standard. Next, secondary standard. Next, working standard. This is the four standard we are now discussing by one. International standard. This standard is refined on the basis of international agreement. So this is called as an international standard. Second, primary standard. Primary standard is nothing but these are the absolute standard having high accuracy. These are used ultimate reference standard. So this is called as primary standard. Next, secondary standard. Secondary standard are the basic reference standard used in industrial measurement laboratories. So this is undergoes the secondary standard. Last is working standard. Working standard has an accuracy of one order lower than that of the secondary standard. That means the normal standard which are used by the worker and technician who actually carry out the measurement. This is nothing but working standard. Now we are discussing about the difference between the analog system and digital system. First parameter, the cost. Analog has less and digital is very high. Next, accuracy. Analog system has less accuracy compared to the digital, and digital is a high accuracy. Next parameter, frictional error. Frictional error is nothing but there is a moving part. Analog has a moving part, that's called as a present. There is a frictional error will be the present, but in digital there is no moving part, therefore there is absence of frictional error, that means not present. Next is reading speed. The reading speed of the analog is slow because fluctuation of the pointer, but digital there is a fast reading. Next, power required. Obviously the analog require high power for the run purpose, but digital requires less power. Last is the program. The program of analog is not possible, but digital we can possibly. Now we are discussing about the error. Error, there are the three types of error. One, gross error. Second, systematic error. Third, random error. Obviously, if you are discussing about the measuring system, there will be the error occurred. So this is a basic error which are we going in a measurement. We know about the gross error. That means the mistake or the error occurring due to mistake, that is human mistake in a reading or using instrument or in recording. Okay, gross error is nothing but the error occurring due to human mistake in reading or using instrument or recording or calculating. This is called as a gross. Next we are discussing about the systematic error. The systematic error is occurred due to the sensitivity system or zero set or non-linearity. So this three system will be caused due to the error. Now there will be the further systematic error divided into three error: instrumental error, and environmental error, and observational error. The name indicates the instrumental error. The error due to the assembly misuse of instrument, poor construction, irregular spring. This error is occurred in instrumental error. Environmental error. The name is indicate the environment. It is totally related to the surrounding area, surrounding atmosphere. This error due to the surrounding area such as dust, air, temperature, vibration, and etc. Last one is observational error. Observational error is nothing but when the person is not observing proper to the pointer, then there will be the error. That means when the line of vision of observer is not exactly above the pointer. This is systematic error. Now we are discussing about the random error. A random error is nothing but due to the which vary from one measurement to another. This is called as a random error. Now the basic last in that the calibration, the last point, calibration is nothing but the process of reading of an instrument agree with accepted and certified standard. It needs to determine the error and accuracy. Now we are taking some example of calibration. Calibration of ammeter. Calibration of ammeter is related to the ammeter. We are taking two resistance, one is a fixed and second one is a variable. These two resistance are connected in series, and there are the two ammeters. One is a standard ammeter and second one is a meter to be calibrated. When DC supplies is start, the current will start flowing through R1, R2 and both meter. R1 is a fixed variable, but R2 is a variable value. If you changing the R2 value, there is a reading changes between the two meters. If the both meter shows the same reading, it means that the standard meter is to be the accurate. If there is a difference between both meters, then your meter will be the false. So if you finding the value of the error between the two meters, that is standard meter and calibrated meter, then consider the standard meter, the I1 is flow and meter calibrated in I2. So error equals to measured value minus true value divided by true value, that is I2 minus I1 divided by I1. Similarly, we are discussing about the calibration of voltmeter. Similarly, this is similar to the ammeter, only is that difference, the ammeter is connected in a series and voltmeter is connected in a parallel with the variable resistance. So similarly, there is a potential divider, then the two meters, one is the standard meter, second one is a meter to be calibrated. The supplies start flowing through resistance. Whatever the voltage in a variable resistance is similar to in standard meter and calibrated meter. If there is no difference between the standard meter and calibrated meter value, then your meter will be the okay, that is there is no fault in meter. If there is a voltage difference between both meter, then you have to know that there is something is error between your meter. So we can find out the value easily. Error equals to actual, that is meter measured value minus actual value divided by actual value, that is true value, that is V2 minus V1 divided by V1. So we can find out the error. If error is 0.5 percentage plus or minus above or below, then your meter will be the fault. Thank you so much.